So back in around the late, I would say 1960s, 1970s, when overfishing started to become really a huge problem on the global scale, the aquaculture industry, which is basically the idea of raising animals in a confined area for food, started to grow. And the whole supposed goal was that they would replace overfishing by growing animals like salmon and tilapia in these cages or in these pens and be able to produce them on a mass scale to sort of displace overfishing. And as I'll get into it, that hasn't really worked out. But the idea is that they're basically factory farms on the water and come with a lot of the same problems that land-based farms do.
So it's totally been promoted, and I think it in most people's minds this is what it is, that it's this way to save the oceans and get the populations of ocean dwelling animals back up to where they should be. People think of it as kind of benign. So can you tell us why that is totally not the truth?
Yeah, well, that is by design. The industry has really used a lot of greenwashing or blue washing, whatever you want to call it, to convey that and to really help itself grow and convince consumers and places that serve food, like universities, that they're doing a good thing by buying farmed fish. But there are so many reasons, which my project kind of sheds light on as to why this is false and greenwashing. And we talk about five different main myths that I can go into more, but essentially, the aquaculture industry is telling us that it's displacing overfishing. That's the biggest one. And in reality, it's driving more fishing because to feed a lot of these fish who are popular as food in the US and other global north countries, you have to use wild caught fish. And so it's adding more and more pressure. And there's been no evidence that eating farmed fish has actually displaced eating wild fish. So the two are basically growing together in parallel.